world do you think that you could come cross up their borders, be an illegal, and hold a sign saying you demand your rights? What rights? In Mexico, if you infiltrate their area without being a citizen or getting documentation, you have no rights. You have no human rights whatsoever. In fact, the people that travel through Mexico to get here from south of Mexico say that if you get caught there, they probably won't deport you, but what they'll do is beat you up and steal everything you have, the police. Here, they protest on the streets with signs demanding some kind of rights. They have no rights. They're not supposed to be here. When you cross the border illegally, you're a criminal. It's as simple as that. Richard, you're on the line from Pinion Hills. How are you tonight?
Okay, Larry. I got pulled over today.
Okay.
10 miles over the speed limit.
10 miles over the speed limit? Okay.
Oh, yeah, well, it wasn't that bad, you know. But
did you get a ticket?
Oh, yeah. I got a ticket.
Well, that happens.
Yes, for my driver's license and my proof of insurance and everything else.
Right. If it's legal to do that, if it's legal to ask if you have insurance and you have to provide that, or you get another ticket, you have to have license. Why is it not legal to ask if you're a citizen of this country? How much harder is it to get a card or something stamp on your card to prove that you're a citizen on your driver's license or something of that nature? It's not that hard.
Oh no, it's not. I stole a car one time to mistake Hispanics.
Okay.
Yeah. But I got all the information and I turned in a DMV. And then about 4 or 5 months later, I get a call from a Long Beach Police Department. There's about 4 or 5 tickets on it, and it was used for hauling drugs.
Wow. Well, that happens. In fact, they made it easier now. If you sell a vehicle, you can actually go on the DMV site and put in all the information that you sold that vehicle. But before, if you mailed it in, half the time it didn't get into the system. So you had to pretty much hand carry it down there and get some kind of proof that you were there and you filed it into somebody else. Because technically, if that car gets impounded after you sell it, you could actually be responsible for the charges on that vehicle years later. I mean, let's say you sell a car and DMV doesn't know you sold it, and let's say 6 months later, the other people never put it in their name, so they're driving and they get it impounded because maybe the tags ran out or whatever. It gets impounded and gets storage fees on it, and that goes to a collection agency eventually. It can come back to you, and legally, you're responsible. That's wrong, in my opinion.
You got to cover your butt, and I did. But to make a long story short, let's go back to Arizona again.
Okay.
And Meg Whitman and all this whatever's going on, and Brown, you know, I got ahead with it. Now, who do I vote for? You know, I can't vote for. You know what? I'm going to stay out of it.
Well, I don't suggest staying out of it, and I'm not going to tell you who to vote for. But we've had Governor Brown before, and it wasn't good times when he was in office. My personal opinion is that we need a conservative in the gubernatorial office, as well as we need to switch the seats of our Senate and our House in this state. We need to get back to the basics. We're going to have to cut down spending. Did you know, talking about illegal aliens, did you know, I did some research this week, and there's some stuff that all the files I pulled in. Did you know that illegal aliens in this country, through numerous avenues, cost this country about $1/3 of $1 trillion per year? Even though we tripled our national debt to $3 trillion with Mr. Obama, we could actually wipe that debt out in 9 years if we didn't have the illegal alien problem. 9 years. They're costing us $1/3 of $1 trillion per year at the moment. That's part of our economic downfall, especially when you're looking at the regular working class, because they've really taken over a lot of those jobs and a lot of other issues. It's pretty phenomenal, Richard.
Well, what's happening, the anchor babies are taking over. What you do, they come in, and they have a baby. Now they got welfare, and they got this, and they got that, they got food stamps, they got this, they got that. But they have another baby, have more.
Exactly. It costs this state several $billions, but it cost our nation about $1/3 of $1 trillion. Can you imagine how much money that is? That would not fit in this building. That money physically would not fit in the building I work in.
Well, let's just say to the...
In $100 increments, you could not fit that many $100 bills in this building. Is that amazing?
I know it's not, it's a fact. And
Yeah, it is a fact. It's sad.
Then we got Brown. Now, what the hell's going on there?
Well, personally, if I have to choose between the two, I'm going to support Meg Whitman. First of all, because she's at least proven herself in the business world, which we need someone with a business hat on them in our government in order to try to control spending. Because the way our government works is not like, as a business person, if you have a business, you have to budget what you have coming in as to what you're spending, okay? And normal business people, they look at how much money they've got coming in and how they can spend what they have, and they prioritize. The government doesn't do it that way. They basically figure out what they want to do, and then they figure out how they're going to steal the money from you. You know, the big thing in California right now is they're saying, oh, well, we're going to lower sales tax. Well, the 1 cent sales tax thing that they added is supposed to expire in January anyways. And second of all, they're not getting as much revenue on sales tax because people don't have extra money to buy stuff. So they're saying we're going to lower your sales tax, but what they want to do is raise your income tax in this state, because $8.7 billion a year, because it looks good on them. They're lowering sales tax, and you don't really see the income tax until you got to pay it. You know what I'm saying? And because we're not buying as much because we don't have the money to, they figure they'll take it from another way that we have to pay them the money. We don't have a choice.
You know what? You're a pit bull on this TV station.
Well, thank you.
Mel, I'd like you to bring up when the Bush tax thing comes in.
Well, we'll certainly talk about every issue we can find that affects you and me, for sure.
Well,